Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Reyfa and I'm from SMAN 16 Garut. First of all, thank you to the moderator and the timekeeper for giving me the opportunity to talk about my arguments in this debate and in the motion of this House supports the use of military-style education to develop Pancawaluya character values among high school students. Not forgetting the honorable judges, fellow debaters, and the audience I respect. The honorable judges, semi-military education often involves both physical and mental pressure. For high school students who are in the midst of self-discovery, excessive pressure can lead to a long-term physical effects like anxiety, loss of confidence, and trauma. The honorable judges, the Pancawaluya values of cooperation and global diversity encourage collaboration, respect for difference, and voluntary teamwork. In contrast, military-style education emphasizes uniformity, one-way comments, and rigid hierarchy. As a result, students are not trained to listen to just differing opinions or resolve conflict democratically. Instead, they are taught to just follow orders rather than understand diversity and engage with it critically. The honorable judges, military barrack is similar to a rice field with a close and tightly controlled irrigation system. Every plant receives the same treatment, watered and fixed time, with no tolerance for seeds that grow differently. The goal is uniform. All the rice must be ready to harvest at the same time, with high discipline and a little room for individual variation. The difference between the two is that in the Palawan Chawaluya Flower Garden, character growth is nurtured through agreement, dialogue, and role modeling, not through coercion or punishment. Children grow up understanding the meaning of rules, not just obeying out of fear. The honorable judges in the military barrack, the atmosphere emphasizes absolute obedience to orders, without room for dialogue or adjustment based on each student's emotional and physiological needs. The honorable judges, this shows clearly that developing student character cannot be equated with training soldier in a barrack. The Pancawaluya character education program emphasizes a humanistic approach rooted in local wisdom, not a mere physical discipline and harsh comments. True character grows from understanding, not from fear. The honorable judges, the opposition team fully acknowledge and support the crucial importance of Pancawaluya values in shaping the character of high school students. But however, we strongly reject the notion that implementing military-style education is the right way to achieve these values, because it directly contradicts the principle of a child-friendly school environment. The honorable judges, the core values of Pancawaluya such as responsibility, mutual cooperation, and leadership must be cultivated through an approach that upholds children's rights and promotes a safe, comfortable, and open learning environment where students feel free to express themselves. Military-style education, which rely heavily on a rigid discipline, physical punishment, and absolute obedience, often ignores the fundamental principle of a child protection. In contrast, a child-friendly school places emphasis on human interaction, open and respectful two-way communication, and character building through role model, discussion, and active student participation, not through coercion, fear, or excessive control. A data from the Indonesian Child Protection Commission shows that cases of bullying and violence in school are often triggered by authoritarian teaching and learning patterns. When students are placed under extreme discipline and punishment, the risk of abuse and physiological harm increase significantly. The honorable judges, on the other hand, schools that genuinely implement child-friendly principles, for example, Andiwiyata School or a sekolah penggerak have proven far more effective in instilling values such as teamwork, social responsibility, and leadership through collaborative activities and participatory learning without the need for military-style environment. Therefore, we firmly state that while Pancawaluya values must be nurtured, the means of doing so must never come at the expense of children's rights and sense of security. A military-style approach does not align with the spirit of a child-friendly school. Instead, it undermines it. For this reason, this motion should not stand. Honorable judges, we, as the opposition team, have clearly demonstrated although the Panchawaluya character values are undeniably vital for our young generation. The path of achieving them must never violate the principle of child protection and a safe learning environment. The government team wants us to believe that military-style education will automatically produce students with stronger character. However, the reality is that such an approach creates an environment ripe for violence, bullying, fear, and intimidation. Furthermore, we have shown clear evidence that schools applying a child-friendly, participatory, and collaborative learning model have succeeded in bullying students. This proves that the proposition has the right goal, but has chosen the wrong method. Based on all of these arguments, we firmly reject this motion in its entirety. Therefore, honorable judges, it is clear that the victory rightfully belongs to our side. That's for all. Thank you very much.